My sound's not working?
No.
So I should start talking?
No, not talking.
Oh. God damn it. Oh, because we're not on. I guess.
1 second, everybody. We are getting our camera.
I got to
set
find
up.
out the Wi-Fi for this place.
But they can hear you, Dave. Hold on. They can hear you, but they can't see you.
Shit. That'll hold the little bastards for a while. Oops. They can what?
They can hear us, but they can't
Son
see
of
us.
a...
They'll get that fixed in just 1 second. You can just keep talking, though.
Well, hello, everybody. Sooner or later, we're going to be able to see you. I'm just trying to get my stuff together, which I can't. Anyway, hello. My name is Dave Juska. I know you can't see me now, but you can hear and recognize my voice. Back in New York City at the Comedy Cellar in the studio today. There we are. That's a good soft focus on me, like old school, you know, like I'm Betty Davis, the kind of soft focus, right? I'm not crazy, right? There's
a little bit of a soft focus on the screen, but not on what's going out to everybody.
Oh, yes. Oh, actually, I can see it there. Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Back from California in the studio today, our lovely studios here in New York City, down in the Greenwich Village area. This is the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. And we do this show to promote the wonderful Comedy Cellar. That is the best comedy club in New York City. No, I'm sorry, in the country. And definitely New York City for sure. And well, I wouldn't say the world, but there's a place in Ireland I went to that was so good. No, it's probably the world. And it actually is the world because so many people come from other countries and they want to perform here. So it makes a lot of sense. But anywho, it's yeah, so what I was gonna say, I'm just a little off, and then see, there's the Comedy Cellar now. If you were here today in the West Village in New York City, you'd be able to see our friend Dan Natterman and the hilarious Greer Barnes perform. And if you were in Las Vegas, you'd be able to see our great friend Mark Coco Cohen perform, as he does every night as the house MC for the Comedy Cellar Las Vegas. So that's all going on. Hi, I'm back. Let's just say hello. Hello, Ange. Nice to see everybody. Hello, a week late. Hello, Anonymous. And interesting, Anonymous. Alana and I were thinking about going to see Billy Joel and Sting in Tampa. Hello, Marcy. I think, does Aunt Judy here yet? I know she was at the doctor's again today, so I don't know. And anyway, nice to see everybody as usual. And let me introduce our guest for this evening. She's a regular here on the show. This is her second time on the show. I asked her to be on this weekend because we spent a lovely show. We were doing a show together, and we spent a lovely evening together last night, and she is kind of a joy. Please welcome back to the show, Rachel Lenahan, everybody. Hello.
This side. Oh,
that
here
camera
it
right
is.
there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I didn't even know.
I'm very honored to be here. This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Treat.
Well, I'm glad to have you back. Rachel was kind enough to accompany me to a function I had to do yesterday. I don't know. I don't want to say it's a favor. I mean, it was still fun, so it's not like that. So I was glad to be invited, but then you also want to show support. So I'm not sure how it is, but our friend who we've been trying to get on the show for a long time, but it kept messing up mostly just because Mike. I just love throwing people under the bus. Mike apparently doesn't know how to fly a plane, so it was a problem. But
because I tried, they won't let me in there.
They won't let him in the cockpit. Our friend Dino Stamatopoulos had a show last night, which we didn't even know what it was going to be. It was in the East Village. He had texted me when I was at the Giants game, pretty drunk, and said, "Hey, I'm doing this show, and you get to meet Norm from Cheers." And I'm like, "Yeah, yes." And then he goes, we're going to be doing it in LA. I'm like, "I'm going to be in LA." And then I completely forgot about it because I just forgotten the whole conversation. And fortunately, I remembered when I got home, and I'm like, "Ooh, I wonder if I could still catch that show while I'm here." And then it was on Monday, which of course, drives me. I love doing stuff on Mondays during football season, but they usually include chicken wings. So, but I was all right. And thank you. I'm so glad you were able to go.
Oh, I had a wonderful time.
Make sure you talk into the microphone.
It
That's
was
what.
great to see.
It's funny that
live
she does
music.
stand-up comedy, but she doesn't see. Did you say you were happy to see black music?
I think I said
Because
live
I don't think
music.
there was one black person on that stage.
wasn't.
No, now that you mention it, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed.
And
right
that show
away.
should be canceled.
You think so?
Yeah. Don't you either have to
were
have a
women,
woman? Yeah, there were
though.
women. There were women.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good. I was
lot of
going to say you
women.
got to have a woman. You got to do that Bechdel test. And no, but it was great. Thank you for coming. It was on the East Village at this place called, I guess, used to be the Knitting Factory, or might still be.
Yeah.
And we had the funniest scene beforehand happen. We met at this bar, and I'm going to tell this for sure on Just Gallon City, but I just go in, and for some reason, and those of you who know me know I rarely order this. I just said, "Can I get a Jack and Coke?" And they went ballistic. Like kind of, I mean, as far as ballistic goes, I mean, they were like, "What? We don't have."
What happened?
What are you doing?
My bottle fell. Keep going.
Didn't that happen the last time?
No.
Didn't it also fall while we were at the show?
No.
That bottle falls all the time.
Anyway.
He's a bottle dropper.
Can you hear her? It still looks like she's not talking. You know, you can move it so it's near you.
Put it a little closer to you. I've turned
Well,
it up, but
Usually in stand up, I put my chin on the mic, but I don't want to do that.
Is that true?
Yeah.
You put your chin on the
Yeah,
mic?
like-
Why?
I don't know. It's just a habit, and I
Well,
haven't
that's a
been
horrible,
able to.
disgusting
break
habit
it.
too.
I know, but I haven't gotten sick from it, so I think it's
You
safe.
will.
you got everyone else.
Have you
I
seen
think
some of the people that perform there?
Yeah, they're pretty.
I'm talking about the open micers beforehand.
Yeah,
They're disgusting.
I know.
Okay.
I think this is why I don't get sick. I absorb all of their germs and build antibodies.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Anyway, I ordered a Jack and Coke, and they're like, "Oh, we don't serve that kind of liquor here." And I'm like, and this is a place in the Lower East Side where you're expecting that they will serve only Jack Daniels, you know, and they made it very clear, we don't serve. Then the owner came up and started yelling at it. Well, me, nobody would yell at Rachel except me, because that's what I do. Did she not start yelling and being like, hey, jerk off, we don't have Jack Daniels, we don't have Southern Comfort, we don't sell anything by Anheuser-Busch, you fucking jerk off, right? She was like pretty much like kind of angry that I even suggested, and I'm like, what? No, yeah,
Because
normally
that's for another bar down the street. You have plenty to choose from.
Right.
What you want.
Right, that's what she was saying. And she's like, no, we don't sell that here, that's for troublemakers, this is a nice bar in an area where they only sell that kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything by it, right? I mean, this is a true story, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
we were the only ones there.
we were the only ones there, and they started going crazy, right? So,
what did they serve
well, like, what did I have?
besides lesbian?
I had
Did you have a champagne of beer?
Oh, that's right, the champagne of beers, the Miller Lite, and a shot of Jameson.
Oh,
They
okay.
kept saying, we have Jameson. Is Jameson good? I'm like, no, I don't want to put Jameson in Coke. I don't know why. I don't even know why, you know, Aunt Judy gets the Jack Daniels. That's her favorite thing. So get this, Mike. You're not going to believe this. This is the best.
But real quick, no, we're a classy establishment.
Yeah, right.
We have Miller High Life.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. That's the gag, right? So, yeah, we don't know. You know, I see Bud Light in a bar, I'm out. You know, it's one of those people, right? It's crazy, right? It's crazy. Like older, like gray hair, but really, you know, cool, like kind of, and she owns the bar.
So were they against Bud Light for that reason?
We're not.
Were they against Anheuser-Busch for other reasons?
Well, I think it's not for that reason. I think it's because she feels people come in actually looking for Bud Light. And I know those people, you don't want them in your bar.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the trans reason or anything. But you know about that? I saw your eyes go. So do you know what happened with Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch?
Didn't they support?
No, it's the opposite. They were trying to support. Well, there's trans woman or trans person was drinking Bud Light and promoting it. And then all the hillbillies went crazy and said, we don't want to drink Bud Light anymore, because I'd like to say that's so stupid, but I can see myself doing the same thing about something else that should be meaningless. Maybe not. I don't care if a trans person drinks Bud Light. In fact, I would think that would be a tremendous bonding experience for me.
Got me to start drinking it.
Right. Hey, you like Bud Light too? So do I. Thank you. That's the way they talk. That's the way they talk in the 70s when they were on Archie Bunker. Anyway, I said they, so it's kind of, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm canceled anyway. Anyway, we go to the bar that we're going to, Mike, and to see this show. And turns out the owner is there that we just got into the conflict with. drinking a Budweiser. She said, she made it very clear. We have nothing but Anheuser-Busch. And then she was drinking the can of Bud. And I go, look, can I get a picture of this? What's the matter with you? You're drinking an Anheuser-Busch. She goes, I just said I don't want it at my place. I don't mind drinking it somewhere. It was hilarious, right?
She was drinking a Bud Heavy?
That what?
She was drinking a Bud Heavy?
Yeah, Bud Heavy. And that's my favorite one. I like the cans of Bud. That's like my favorite. I don't know why. I just like it. That's what a Bud Heavy is, not the Bud Light. Oh, you're making fun. That's funny. I didn't.
No, that's what people have called them. Like
that's what I get.
Bud
I always
Light
get,
and Bud Heavy.
oh, I love it. I love Bud Heavy. How do you like that?
Cool.
So then we just totally bonded. We were like hugging by the end of the night, right? It was so funny.
She
We
liked
were
all the people there. She said these are all really good civilians, weirdos. She
yeah. She was so fun and cool, and it was just really just kind of a classic Dave Juskow story where you start off just absolutely hating me, and then I wear you down eventually, and and then we become best friends.
That's a fun setup.
Oh God, I mean, if I could tell you all the people I've ever met, it's the same story.
Sometimes it's more of a rigorous fight, though, right?
To get them to like me?
No, just in the beginning.
Oh yeah, well that was pretty bad, and I mean she was really. I fucking hate this guy. How dare he walks into my bar and asks for a Jack Daniels?
Uh-huh.
Remember I told you I never do that. I said, well, I mean, I never do this, but I'm going to order. Were you even there? Are you not? You're not. Did this not happen?
More like severe fight stories from you, like a Jets game or something. You got into a fight. Is this right? A year ago.
Like a real fight, like
yeah,
a physical fight.
We're on the subway or something.
Oh, that was that. Oh, how did you remember that?
That was like the first thing you ever told me about. Was this?
Oh, I must have just come right off of it. Yeah, that's right. At Yankee Stadium, my alma mater college was playing. Marcy just said I strongly dislike Dave when I first started listening to Billy Joel Hainsey. He was hating on Billy. It's true. I do a podcast where I just make fun of the guy who sings all that stuff all the time. Like this fucking guy just doesn't get it. I'm talking about Billy Joel. So people, thank you, Marcy. Now we're best friends. And we are best friends, right, Marcy? Hello. That's true. My alma mater was playing Ithaca was playing Cortland. It's called the Corta Jug or something. The Corta, whatever it's called. They have it every year in November at Yankee Stadium. The football teams play. Yeah, and I got into a fight with a guy from Cortland. Yeah, we got into a fight on the subway.
Did you shove each other?
No, people had to pull me back. Where the kid was so annoying. It escalated, but then my friends sat me down. In fact, all these black people were like, just sit down for a little. Like it was really funny that they had to calm the two white people. Because then the kids said, use your white privilege to do it, and everybody was like, the fuck? Why would he bring that? They're two white people, and it was a kid. His team had I said, dude, and I was taking the line from Bring It On. Dude, you just lost. Like he was talking how great his team was. And I don't know if nobody remembers Bring It On but me, of course. That's why I teach a class. And these two guys the football players are always picking on the male cheerleaders and like, hey, homos, whatever. And he goes, dude, you just lost. And so that's what I was doing. Anyway, I can't believe you remember that. That's so funny. Yes, I guess I do get into fights sometimes, but that normally though, what I say this all the time, when men get into fights, they usually make up over drinking or something. It is funny at a bar when it gets escalated. Usually, two guys, if they're normal, can usually work it out, and it drives women crazy.
That they can have that kind of
exactly.
Yeah,
because women
don't.
They will not know.
Yeah, if you cross one, that's it.
Yeah,
but bros.
Yeah, because this has happened to me multiple times.
What makes you want to be friends after that?
Well, I always want to work it out because then it's awkward. But I think it's just like, I don't know. Then you offer to buy a guy a drink or something like that. Like,
you just want to smooth out the differences.
Yeah, you get it from Goodfellas. That's what it's like. It's like now go get your shine box. We're like, no, we'll buy him a drink. Buy him a drink. Just get a drink. It's on me. No, it's on me, fellas. Nobody's gonna ruin my party. Hi, Liz. I didn't do anything. Shut up. I missed it. What did he do now? Anyway, Rachel and I performed on Saturday at that Rutherford gig, Mikey. and we had a lovely time together.
Yeah, it was a great show.
It was a
Small
good
crowd,
show.
but they
yeah,
were very
small but festive. Yeah, great
Yeah.
crowd. Yeah,
And it was a rainy
you're welcome
day.
because I hosted it, so I got them going.
You were great.
And no,
I'll
you
be
don't
there
have
next
to. What?
I'll be there next month. I couldn't turn reveals in because when we asked for them, my phone got stolen.
Oh,
Oh, right. Oh,
wow.
great. I'll be there next month too. I'm not going to be. I can't do it next week, and there's because I have parties to go to, Halloween parties. So that's I choose. You are trying to make it in comedy,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't choose the parties over work. I choose parties over work.
Do you dress up?
No. Well, I'm gonna dress up. I usually dress up. I wear a jacket, and then I
Uh-huh.
wear like a earplug, and I just play a security guy. From the 80s or something, the cord, the spiral cord.
Yeah.
And then it's easy to get out of a conversation. Yeah, go for Dave. I gotta get another drink. And that's the gag I do. What? Yeah, I'll be right there. And then I can just walk away. I do it. I've been doing it many years because it's just so easy, and I don't like dressing up.
Yeah.
What would
Because-
Rachel's Secret Service name be? They all, how they give people nicknames.
Oh, damn it. I had one, but
We'll go back to it later.
oh, okay, that's good. I gotta think of one for you.
Is there some kind of code that
Yeah,
you use?
princess.
Oh, thanks.
Well, it wasn't
Is
a
that
compliment.
not
Bottle dropper.
not-
What
Bottle dropper.
bottle dropper? Oh yeah.
Huh.
Yep, I got. Well, I'm with Bottle Dropper right now. I'm with BD. Anyway, this is Rachel, and she is a comic, and I'm enjoying her work. And
Yeah.
she's trying to work it out. Last night, so we went to this show, and it was my friend Dino, who I keep talking about the show. We're trying to have him on, just doesn't seem to work out. And-
Did he go back to LA already?
No. He moved back here to the city
Oh.
for a while. So we've been working together for years, and he had a new stop motion animation show.
Yeah, it was
That he wanted to,
neat.
and he just decided to do a show around it, like a music show. I didn't even know he sang and played the guitar, and that's what he did last night. It was fun, and we got to see Louis C.K.
Yeah.
who was there, which was really nice. And
Thank you for introducing
You're
us.
welcome.
That was quite a experience.
well, you see, when I first went up, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And he's, I was just like, "Oh, this is gonna go terribly wrong." He just didn't expect to see.
Did you
me yet.
do a shoulder tap? What'd you do?
I think I just put my hand out, like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I usually do. I'm just like, yeah, how you doing? Like I pretend like, maybe you don't recognize me. It's Dave Jessica, your pal for many years.
But he recognized your voice. He thought he heard it on a
Yeah,
commercial.
yeah. It should be on one.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
What kind of commercial would you like?
I really don't care anywhere. I'm gonna be starting January. I'll be in a new show called Stupid Pet Tricks on TBS,
Oh, wow.
doing the voice of the head writer Dog,
Huh.
and also I think one of the writers of Bunny Rabbit, and of course I do it in the voice of Damone from Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Hey, I thought we were all going gluten free tonight. What's happening? Hey, so you told me also you're doing a half-hour show, but you're doing it with somebody else, which drives me insane. Rachel, you're half Jewish, right?
Yeah.
Were you bar mitzvahed?
No, I was not.
Because your mother's not Jewish.
No, she is, but she wanted to get away from the religion. So
Well, that's why you marry an Irish guy, right?
yeah.
Because they know they beat you. That's why I was dating this Irish girl, Jen, I remember, and she goes, "My mother said I should marry a Jewish guy because they won't hit you." And I'm like, "I'll hit you if you really get on." No, but that's what she said. I'm like, really? That's a reason for marrying somebody? I didn't know that was a.
Because
Well-
Irish do hit.
That's what I guess that's what
Yeah.
her mom was saying. I guess that happened to her.
Yeah.
Most of the men I know do not, whether they be whatever religion or nationality, they do not hit women. I hope. I don't think I'd like to be friends with somebody that. Although if OJ wanted to come on this show, I'd probably let him on. Anyway,
Oh.
when you're getting bar mitzvahed or bat mitzvahed, there's nothing worse when I had to go to my nieces and shit as a double bat mitzvah. You got to sit through somebody you don't know and
Mm.
sit through their shit. Double service. It's the worst. Obviously, you want to give support to the person you know, a relative, whatever. When I was getting bar mitzvahed, my mother was extremely serious. This was the best day of her life. Her son being bar mitzvahed. And she actually, my sister and I were talking about it. She looked the best she ever did in her life. 'Cause my mom was not an attractive woman. It's too bad she's listening to this. We should take that back. But she looked amazing that day. and looked a little like Carol Brady that day. And I, of course, looked unbelievable because I was wearing this velvet beige leisure suit.
Hmm.
And I also had just won the hula hoop contest, so it was a big day for me too.
At your bar mitzvah,
Yeah.
or like earlier that
No,
day?
at my bar mitzvah. So there was supposed to be a guy that was going to be bar mitzvahed with me. They were doing double bar mitzvahs back then because they couldn't get the booking.
Hmm.
When my mother found that out, we never saw that guy again. We don't know what. I think they switched temples. My mother got into her face, the mother, I guess, and said, "Oh no, nobody's taken away from my son." And she was telling me, like, when I was up there doing whatever I was doing, she kept going like this. You're going too. It's going too fast. It's going too fast. And then she gave me an extra Haftorah portion because she's like, "How come nobody else has to do this much Hebrew?" She goes, "You can handle it." Meanwhile, she wanted to get bat mitzvahed at 83, which you do again because 70 is a rebirth in Jewishness, and that's 13 years later. So I'm like, and then she was like, "I don't think I can memorize this Haftorah portion." I'm like, "Oh, well, it's not that easy, is it?" And it was really fun. I'm like, "I'll tell you what, if you don't do it on this one date, which coincided with my niece's bat mitzvah. She was going to steal focus from my niece, the most selfish woman ever. That's like the worst thing a grandmother could do. I said, if you change your date, I'll take half of your Haftorah portion. And then we both started learning this thing, and it is very difficult to do when you're older. It was much easier at 13. And then she was like, "Nah, I'm not going to be able to do it." So, so it's not. Anyway, the point of this story is that you're doing your stupid show, which I want to see with another girl who I don't want to see.
She's half Jewish, also.
I don't
Doesn't that
care.
help?
I don't want to. I want to see you do a half hour. I do not want to see somebody else do a half hour. But if all of you out there think Rachel is as adorable as I do, and her comedy is very good, otherwise I would not have her on. Well, maybe I would. I mean, you are pretty, and that is a thing we do here. But usually it's just girls that aren't comics.
I mean, don't say it like that.
But you know, she is going to be performing. What is it, January 8th?
Mhm.
And where's the place?
It's at Caveat on the Lower East Side.
How'd you like that plug I did for it? Pretty good, right?
Yeah, that
I
was
mean, I'm the
very-
worst person ever. I'm sorry. I'm so upset by this other person because I mean, obviously, I want to go. I want to support you. Is it on a Sunday?
I think it's a Monday.
What did I just tell you about Monday? No, actually, that's perfect. That could work. All right, I'll go.
Let's go. She's great.
I don't care.
Well,
Wouldn't it be funny if I liked her better after I saw her?
You
Then I'm like,
might.
hey, you know what? Rachel's not what I thought she was. You know what? You're terrific. I didn't come on the show. I'm sure she's great. I'm just angry that I got to sit through somebody I don't know.
Don't
It
you
drives me
sit?
nuts.
You sit through stuff a lot, don't you?
No, we sat through last night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I know Dino and I wanted to support him. And what happened after that other band came on? I couldn't wait to leave.
Yeah, but then we made more of a friend with the woman who owned the bar.
Well, yeah, because
That's
I'm gonna
why
be
she
hanging
was
out
there.
Yeah, I like.
You waited
that,
2
You know,
hours.
my friend Paradox works there, so that's my new place.
Did you have Paradox on this show?
No, but I should. Isn't she? Is she interesting or what? Right?
Yeah.
You haven't even met her yet.
I know, but I saw a photo.
Yeah, she's so funny.
What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Her name's Paradox, and she's got the piercings and the color contacts and
Green.
tattoos, you know. And I'm trying to bring her home to my mother because that should finish her off and say we're dating. She dates a guy now named Bigfoot.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really
Name
funny.
the truck or the creature?
I'd say a little bit of both. Yeah,
Where does he live?
Wood.
in the woods. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
Anyway, it's so nice to see you.
Thank you.
Let's take a look at what happened this week. Unfortunately, or yesterday or 2 days ago, I think. If Mike, if you show the first slide.
Oh,
This is just the news slides.
the news slides.
Yeah, the number is labeled. It's not in the folder.
Yeah, I got them right here.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about this or if you know who this person is, but Suzanne Summers.
Yes, of course.
So, oh yeah, we talked about this. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there she is. Yeah, and
Oh.
and so for, I mean, I can't believe 2 out of the 3 are gone, and you know, it's always like you're left with the worst one.
Oh, stop. Janet was amazing.
No, I told you why she wasn't amazing
I
yesterday.
know, but I disagree
Janet
with
was
you.
so annoying because every time it looked like Jack was going to finally sleep with Chrissy, Janet would break it up. And, you know, if you're a boy, you're just annoyed by that character. Am I wrong, Mike?
Not wrong.
Yeah, see? Let's go to the next one. I just have a couple. I mean, she was really. I mean, look how adorable they are. He
Aw.
was so special. When special, I mean retarded. He was such a wonderful. From everything we know, first of all, he was amazing on that show, and I don't even know if that show works without him. We know it can work. The girls are pretty, but this guy was a
It
miracle.
barely worked without Suzanne Summers.
That's true.
It worked great with the third girl,
Terry.
Yeah.
But it
Well,
wasn't
that's because
as good.
he is the man, and he's funny and cool, and it's just kind
What
of
do you mean
weird.
that he's the man? He's a very good actor.
Yeah, he was. No, I meant he's the man.
Oh, he like
Yeah, he's so cool. He was
All right,
awesome.
all
He was
right.
so funny, and the stuff he would do, where just sometimes he would just the slapstick, and he was so talented. But I guess this isn't. And I'm talking about him again because I guess in a couple of weeks we'll have his wife on again, as we do every year at this time, to promote what he died of, which is always such a bummer. Yeah, I guess we'll probably have her on maybe on Halloween, Mike.
Okay.
Or next week, whatever, to promote. Because he shouldn't be dead. He was misdiagnosed. Nobody knew the thing. And the weird part is, I went to my doctor. I said, I'd like to be tested for what John Ritter died of. And he goes, you're fine.
Why?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what
They
she's
still
trying to be
don't
like.
care much.
Yeah,
They
it's weird.
Kind of let it slide.
Yeah. Now go to the next one, Mike, please.
Also, I was going to say,
Yeah.
when Terry was on, the rest of the cast stepped up, and they also like Don Knotson and who's the guy who played Larry?
Richard Klein.
Richard
Klein.
Klein.
Like they got to do more after Suzanne Summers left. Also, like they had more story with them.
Yeah.
So,
hi, Catalina. Oh, so yeah, so this is them on TV Guide. I mean, this show was very special, right? Of course, the reason why Rachel and I are here right now, duh. I totally forgot because we've become friends. Besides that, we met at Richard Klein's acting class, Mike.
oh wow,
We met at Larry from Three's Company, Richard Klein's acting class, who's my friend, who I love, who's been on this podcast before. He's so terrific. And we met in the acting class, and he's still the best at finding the prettiest girls to work with. And the best is when I met you, I thought for sure you were just not going to go back to that class because you're like, I don't know, because just it's, I don't know. I just thought, but you like the class. He's a good teacher.
I love Richard.
I didn't mean it because he wasn't a good teacher. I just thought maybe it's just like he's got all these hot girls, and I don't know, but you're not thinking of it that way. When I went in there, I'm just thinking of like, let's see what's going on. And I think you were the hottest girl in the class, so that's why I guess I just kind of lasered to you. I'm sorry.
I think it's because we have comedy in common.
No, that's not why.
Okay. Well, I guess that's a compliment.
It is a compliment.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then the comedy turned out to be pretty cool. And then you turned out to be actually pretty cool. So,
well, thanks.
Yeah. I mean, that's the question, Mike. Would I be friends with her if she wasn't pretty?
I'm just going with Marcy right now.
What is Marcy saying? Oh, what I'm doing? Well, I have to say I'm just being honest, right? So I don't know.
You
No, I know.
have
I'm
like
just-
male friends. Why
Do
is
I?
that different?
No, I'm just kidding, of course. But Catalina was talking about. I was just talking about my nephew. Billy should do a special guest on February 9th with Stevie Nicks. But I thought she was talking about my nephew Billy, and I'm like, my nephew doesn't know Stevie Nicks, you weirdos. Let's go to the next one, Mike. Then you can see she got the TV Guide all by herself.
Oh wow.
Because she was becoming a superstar, even more so than the other two, which maybe they were getting a little jealous too. And then, of course, we know she demanded more money. If you go to the next one,
Well, real quick, look at that video disc open new worlds for viewers.
and
They're not gonna catch on those video discs.
that went nowhere, of course. Although if you have them, I think they sell for a lot on eBay. Do you even hear about that? Video discs?
They're not
Laser discs.
DVDs.
Laser discs. Yeah, they were like.
DVDs are as old as wow.
Yeah,
Come
this
on.
was before DVDs. They had like album size video discs that
Oh.
were like supposed to be DVDs.
Like record size.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
you have
Wow.
to flip
Yeah.
it over halfway through, and it
Yeah.
sounded like a train in your living room.
Mm.
those machines were very loud.
They were like 8-track tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how, I mean, what a beauty. I mean, she was so pretty. We all liked her. We all fantasized about her. And it all started from the next picture, which was 1973's George Lucas American Graffiti. Before he did Star Wars, he made this movie with her,
Oh, I
Suzanne
didn't know
Summers.
about that.
Yeah, the girl that cruising around in the T-Bird.
Mhm.
And look how pretty she is there. That's 1973. That's about 3 years before Three's Company. That's how she was kind of discovered, working with goddamn George Lucas. He made a regular movie before Star Wars.
Was this like well known?
Oh yeah, it was a huge hit,
Oh,
big
okay.
success. In fact, with if you go to the next picture, this is the guy Richard Dreyfuss. That's Richard Dreyfuss as a young man, totally obsessed with her. Well, who's that girl? That girl, and she would just. It was a cruising around movie before he had to go to Vietnam or something. You know, it takes place in the '60s. It's before Happy Days because Ron Howard's also in the movie, and I think that's how he kind of Happy Days, the TV show.
I know that.
Wasn't sure. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, this movie, Love American Style, and Grease all led to Happy Days. Apparently.
Yeah. And so yeah, George Lucas. I mean, directed this right out of college. It was a big success, and that is how he was able to be like, "Well, I have this other idea," and everybody was like, "That sounds stupid." He's like, "No, I think it could work." And the funny thing is, every critic that saw Star Wars, I remember back in 1977, they were like, "This is stupid," and then everybody came around.
Always happens.
Oh man, when I saw that movie the first time, I thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen in my life. It's actually my dad took me. I mean, he never took me anywhere. He couldn't wait to go. We went to see it, and then we went to see it again. We took my sister. That was before you went to go see a movie multiple times. Like seriously, you never went to see a movie more than once. It just wasn't a thing. And that after Jaws, like people started having those summer blockbusters where people just kept going over and over again. Star Wars was definitely the catalyst to be the turning point.
Was it as good the second time?
Yes.
Was it better?
Fantastic. I don't know. Now I've seen it probably maybe 100 times. And of course, there was always the guy in school like, hey, that guy saw it the most, like the comic book guy.
So he was a nerd or he was popular?
Well, it turned out was he popular? Yeah, you would be popular from seeing it the most for having the record. But then it turned out he worked at the theater, so it wasn't really fair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, everybody kept going back. And I'll never forget, now that I teach, I remember our teacher in, I guess, 8th grade was like, when we came back from the summer, she's like, today we're going to talk about outlines and how to make an outline, with Roman numeral 1 and then an A in the hole and all that kind of stuff. And I'm going to use the movie Star Wars because I figure most of you have seen it. And then there's a couple of douchebags who raise their hand like, I haven't seen it. And it's like when I teach these movies, I'm like about Clueless. And then half the class raises their hand that they haven't seen it. I'm like, this reminds me of 1977. I mean, it's like, who didn't see Star Wars? What? Even a girl went to see Star Wars. It wasn't just, if you were a guy and didn't see it, you were either gay and you couldn't tell anybody or just a jerk. I mean, if you didn't see it, you were so, and it wasn't like seeing, I just can't explain it. It was so uncool not to see it.
You think they've seen it by now?
I don't know. I hope
there are
so.
people who say who wear that badge of I've never seen a Star Wars movie. It's like, shut up, no one cares.
Yeah, those people suck. My friend Chris Murphy has been telling me for years he hasn't seen it. Wait, Dave, I'm embarrassed to say I never realized it was set in the past until you mentioned. Oh, you're talking about Star Wars, Elizabeth.
So,
yeah, that's what I was talking about my first class when we're talking about time travel. That George Lucas changed everything by saying a long time ago. That's what I was explaining because I'm like, this is the first thing on the screen. And already you're like, oh my God, I've never seen that before. A long time ago, everything was always like in the year 2750. And they're like, a long time ago? Yeah, why couldn't it take place on a distant planet a long time ago? And then it just changed your perspective like that. It was fascinating. Is that, no?
Yeah. No, I like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're laughing, but I can see you're also maybe interested. I can't tell.
I'm interested.
Did you ever think about that before? Well, you're a girl.
It's just like I think there should be more of a story besides just fighting.
There is more of a story.
Yeah, but
there's barely any fighting in that movie.
I saw one, and maybe it was like a more recent one. There was just like a lot of lightsabers.
And the recent ones are horrible.
Well,
no,
I don't know. I just lump them all together. Made. Yeah.
Oh, well, you really are a girl. Yeah, good for you. Do you ever see the first one? It's okay. I was talking about 1970. If you haven't seen it now, it's fine. So you've never seen the first one?
I'm not sure. It's possible.
With like Mark Hamill.
I think I've only seen like a recent one in the theaters.
Well, that's fair now.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, I could see where somebody hasn't seen it now. I would never yell at anybody for that, but you're not curious.
Well, I was. That's why I saw the one that was in theaters,
Oh,
and it wasn't
yeah.
interesting
No,
to me.
it's so not interesting.
So now,
It's not interesting to me, and I worship the franchise. That guy
yeah.
ruined everything. George Lucas is also responsible for ruining it. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, so it's funny if we move on, then we'll see that. I wonder if Suzanne Summers would be attracted to him now. Thank you. That's the same guy, Richard Dreyfuss. That's the gag.
Oh.
Which
that
movie's
funny?
that?
I don't know. It's an old man.
That's just him now.
Yeah,
sitting at
my
his
sister's
house.
totally attracted to him even now. Then and now, she's like
What
would
is-
totally. That's a hall pass for her in her marriage.
Huh,
Yeah, I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. Go to the next one, Mike,
Yeah,
please.
like where there's
What do we have next? Oh yeah, there. Oh, that was her later. I think like, look, Suzanne Summers. They're trying to ruin my career. This is after she was fired, because they were trying to ruin her career because everybody hated her because she left the show because you didn't have all the gossip back then. You didn't know what was happening, so it just seemed like she left. Now we know that she just asked for more money and they booted her. But I think she was asking for more than John Ritter made, and he was the star.
I thought it was just she wanted the same.
Maybe, but she's a woman
Uh,
and doesn't deserve the same. It's like the 70s. I mean, she's like thinking like in 2023 money, you know, I mean, come on. And quite frankly, I still don't think women get the same. And, you know, they shouldn't because, you know, the men have to provide. Anyway, so go to the next one.
but you said it was her husband who asked her,
I believe it was. I think that's why they got
told
divorced.
her.
I think she divorced that guy. Yeah, he was the one. Put it in
right.
her
So
head.
it's like a
Well,
man.
now we know.
Okay.
But we didn't know back then. We just hated her for leaving a successful show.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to be a movie star? No, you're an asshole. Everybody hated her. Then she kind of worked. She worked it out. She had like 3 other series after that, but people just hated her. And then the Thigh Master.
yeah, she's the sheriff right after that.
She's
Not
the
so
sheriff.
well.
I meant to get a picture of that. I forgot. Meanwhile, there's our boy.
Oh, Richard.
They finally put Richard on. And it's so funny, like Three's Company. And now number 4's got a problem. And it's a Richard Klein story. Like now he wants more money.
But he
Right.
deserved it at that point.
Oh, he totally deserved it. Absolutely. Well, we love him.
Suzanne Summers wanted the same as John Ritter, which was $150,000, I think, per episode.
That's not Ted Danson money, is it?
I can't remember, but she wanted the equivalent of his pay.
And she really should have gotten it. I mean, she was just as big as him, but the show can't go on without him. But I would have felt too, it could have gone on without her.
And it did.
And it did. But you can't lose Jack. I'm just saying in this particular show, it has nothing to do with her being a woman.
No, I
You
know.
know, he was the cornerstone to
But I think the
being
reruns.
better than just a jiggle show, that's what they used to call it back then. For real.
But I think they put the reruns with Suzanne Summers on more.
I don't think they make a difference at all. I think they put them all on because I only seen the ones with Terry all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They just show them in
Maybe
order,
just when I
Yeah.
generally.
tune in.
Go to the next one, Mike, please. Oh yeah, so there's the remember they brought in Cindy or whatever her name is, and then finally Terry. Look how beautiful she is, and that idiot Joyce DeWitt with that
Oh
haircut.
come on!
Oh, that haircut,
Stop
please.
that.
Are we
She
supposed
has
to
a very
jerk
beautiful
off to that?
face. Look
Please.
at her nice
But
top.
look how
She's
awesome.
a handsome woman.
Look
She's
how awesome
very-
Richard.
yeah.
So and then you go maybe 30 years later, you go to the next picture, and it's really not so great anymore. Ew. But look how great Richard looks, don't you?
Yes.
Men are it's so cruel. Look at those. Is that Cindy? I mean, are you kidding me? Ugh.
Where was this taken?
Yeah,
What
maybe
was
like
it?
it's
They
like a
look weird because
reunion.
of their surgery.
They always do like the Today Show reunions or something like that, But
I see.
Joyce looks good, but the other two.
Oh,
yeah.
now you've come around.
Well, I was trying to be polite. It's horrible. It's just I was trying to.
Oh,
But
stop.
Richard looks amazing, right? I mean, it's so unfair that look how gracefully he has aged. It's unfair. But let's face it, when girls are young and they're so hot, they have all the cards. Unless you're Suzanne Summers and you can't get enough money. What's the next one, Mike? Oh yeah. So then I was just like John Ritter got, they really tried to get. I mean, he should have gotten another. He got so many shows and they lasted, but they just weren't. People loved him. It
Agreed.
just wasn't working. There's him and Marky Post in it's called Hearts of Fire. It lasted 3 years. No one's ever heard of it.
Well,
But
You forgot about the spinoff to Three's Company.
oh well, no, I know about that. The Three's a Crowd.
Yeah, is it on here?
No, But you know, whatever. I mean, that was just you know, they just got rid of everybody. Joyce DeWitt was pretty pissed about that, but that only lasted a year.
Yeah. He got married, and that was about his marriage.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh.
No, you want to see him single. That's
Who
what
was he
happened with
married
Rhoda.
to? Terry?
No, that would have been great. But no, he married some other idiot that they just bought on
Like
just
a
for him to
redhead or
marry.
something?
No,
I'll
somebody
show it afterwards.
somebody lame, like seriously lame, like no fun. Like if he married a super hot girl, it probably would have
I thought
lasted
she
for
was
years.
very- She was lovely.
She was cute. We wanted hot and sexy, like Marky Post, who's way sexy. Now they're both dead. I mean, what is happening? How is she dead? No, they don't print TV. Well, actually, they do, Aunt Judy. I just did it for my podcast last week. I'm the last person that buys TV Guide. I bought it at a Barnes and Noble.
No
I
way.
still love the fall preview.
Wow.
It's paper thin, but whatever. So anyway, this show was important for John Ritter's career because it also starred Billy Bob Thornton. And Billy Bob Thornton then made Sling Blade. He got money to make a movie, and he asked John Ritter to be in it because he probably loved working with John Ritter, as everyone did. He was like that kind of guy. He was special. And even if the show isn't good, he was apparently a joy to work with. And it's amazing that you know, Billy Bob asked him to be in this movie, and it changed his whole career around. He didn't get nominated, but it was like a big deal for him. It was a big switch. I think did you ever see that movie, Sling Blade? Yeah. You go to the next one, Mike. Yeah, and then they tried this one. I remember, I think it was called Hooperman, where
That one was not bad.
yeah, he played a cop in San Francisco. But that's what I'm saying. Like, nothing was working. They tried and tried because he was like such a star. Just nothing was working. I don't know what happened. I feel like then they did the, I don't have the 8 Simple Rules, and then he died.
That one was great, but then he died. That
Yeah.
one actually was doing really well.
Yeah, but it still wasn't great. It wasn't good for me. I just wanted him to hang around hot
Well,
girls.
just Three's Company was magical. It's hard
Yeah,
to really.
8 Simple
Yeah,
Rules was actually
top
pretty
that.
funny, but bringing David Spade on to replace him
Isn't that weird? It's so weird that David Spade was okay with that.
Because Seagal was awesome on that show with him.
Yeah, she's a major talent too.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Let's go to the next one if there is one. I think there's one.
I
more,
think
right?
Hooperman had a bad show, like it was against. So that's
Oh,
why-
is that one
I
of
think
the
so.
time slot error?
Yeah, it was one of those things.
Oh yeah, this one. What an asshole! Here's somebody that just doesn't get it. Still talking about this. There's a war going on in Israel, and she's like, still like, it's very important I get this information out about me and my husband. What an asshole! This now you feel bad for Will Smith, who I worshipped and now hate him. I can barely watch his movies. I'm so angry. Chris Rock is a sweet guy, and it still makes me angry. And the fact that Will Smith is saying, no, Chris Rock is saying, why is she still bringing this up? I've almost over it. Nobody wants to hear from her. She caused all this pain for Will Smith and everybody. And all she keeps saying is like, well, when he made that joke, I rolled my eyes for all the people that have alopecia. Yeah, right, Ange? I hate that family too. They're awful. Well, it's her. I don't know what Will Smith is doing. She's a mess and just not getting it. And you cancel that interview when what's going on in Israel.
Why
for
are
this
people still
ridiculousness.
interested? They're giving
No
her a
one's interested.
But why are they giving her a platform to talk about it?
Because it's interesting. Because we want to see how stupid she is at this point. You just want to see how she's torturing this poor guy who had it all, who as a black man, made his career in the movies where he was just like working it out. Like, I mean, it was just like what he did as a black guy is amazing in film. I mean, there's Eddie Murphy, and then there's Will Smith, and it's like the Sidney Poitier, and now just he's just no, it's true. I mean, the way he just kind of kind of brought everybody together. And he just was
United
in some
the races.
Well, in a way, for the movies, it was still when he started making movies. Remember, he was doing black-oriented TV shows of The Fresh Prince, which was amazing. He was really funny. His raps were funny, and he kind of crossed the barrier, And now you just hate him because you just hate him. It has nothing to do with race or anything. It's just like these people.
I checked that after Wild Wild West.
Whole family is awful. You what?
I checked that after Wild Wild West.
Oh my God. And I went to see that in the movies because not only did I love Will Smith, but I loved the TV show Wild Wild West. I hate Kevin Kline.
Yeah.
But I couldn't wait to see that movie. I liked the song that he did with like, it was, I think it was like, I remember we went into school going singing Wow Wow West because whatever is like that movie sucked. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Isn't that where he met Jada, or
I have no
I
idea.
can't remember either.
Was
Here's
she an
that.
actress?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, yeah. So this was her next thing, and it was one of the first shows to be syndicated. So it was on like Saturday nights at 7, on your local affiliate station.
Oh.
But I think it lasted like 3 years.
Yeah,
Why
but
would
it's
they do-
unwatchable.
Yeah. She boy.
Was it funny? Like,
No.
did they try? I guess.
Oh, they
I mean,
tried
they
to be.
tried.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I mean,
with,
look at the poster. She's like,
In
I
a
mean, that's
sheriff's
gonna be
outfit.
funny.
again, same pose. What am I gonna do?
Oh my
These
God.
two. How are we gonna?
Uh,
What the?
Yeah.
This
Ay.
guy. What about this guy?
Yeah, what a mess. Every episode of this show stunk.
What is this?
It's the sequel to Three's Company.
Three's a
After-
crowd.
After Three's Company, when they have the last episode, Janet gets married,
Mhm.
and then they say, "Join us next season when Three's Company becomes." They have these graphics where they kick out some room and said, "Three's a crowd."
Yep.
And so then the next season they made the sequel.
He married the woman in the middle.
Yeah.
And then this.
That's her
like,
dad.
Yeah. From
That doesn't
the
make
Three's
any
a crowd.
sense.
No, it does not.
Did they live together?
Well, I think they got married in the first episode, right? Because they didn't.
Something like that.
And
And then he had his own restaurant finally.
right, he was
Ah.
a chef.
Yeah, I
in the show.
remember.
And yeah, and then the dad just kept. I guess he didn't like him. Now, who wouldn't like John Ritter? There is your problem right away.
The show is watchable, but it's not good.
No.
And then but it was weird seeing him coming off of
Soap?
well, no, there was a show after Soap. Too Close for Comfort.
No. He wasn't in Too Close for Comfort. That's Ted Knight. You're mixing up the genre.
Oh, I am. Sorry.
No, if Ted Knight was in it, that would have been the greatest show of all time.
I am getting
John Ritter and Ted
I've
Knight.
always thought this guy was the guy.
No, he was in
Yeah.
Soap. He was
Yeah.
coming off
I know he's
Soap.
in Soap. I was
And he was terrific in Soap too. But yeah, he owned the restaurant, Ange. But yeah, it was a bad show.
Do you think
And-
he felt like he should have been able to make it successful? Like he should have been better?
Yeah, I think that's why he kept trying, and I think his agents kept saying like you should be a movie star.
Mhm.
Then he made this awful Blake Edwards movie. Oh my God, what was it? They have this fight in condoms. Oh, it was just during AIDS time. It's so bad. It's a Blake Edwards movie, Skin Deep.
yeah.
Skin
Okay.
Deep, awful. He also made this very awful movie that I loved as a kid called Hero at Large, where he played a superhero. Like he just was a regular guy, but he ended up he was in a costume for like an ad. He was an actor,
Mhm.
and he stopped like a grocery robbery, so he just became that guy. And
Mhm.
Ann Archer's in it too, and that was kind of fun.
Mhm.
But then, yeah, he just couldn't make it in the movies, and he couldn't. But back then, TV stars, it was very difficult to make the jump.
But I blame the writers
Well, you mean for the TV stuff?
for something not being successful.
Well, yeah. I mean, you would definitely. I mean, you could blame John Ritter for not picking the right projects. I mean, it's that simple. It's like that's what. Yeah, there it is. Hero at Large. See.
Oh, he looks so cute.
Yeah, he was adorable. Well, that's the thing. He was so
Wow.
watchable all the time. So if it was just good enough, you were in. But
Mhm.
like you said, the writers are bad, and he should know better. And that's why Tom Cruise is still a goddamn star. That guy knows how to pick projects. He knows how to pick the people in it. I mean, look at this Mission Impossible. I mean, he's just got it completely right.
Mhm.
And let alone just his entire career has never failed. Maybe a couple of flops, but John Travolta is the exact opposite way. This guy did not know how to pick a project, besides here and there, maybe something, but he just either had bad advice or, so you have to rely on yourself as well, or the people surrounding you,
Mm.
and to stay on top. It's amazing that Tom Cruise is still he's the last movie star. Wouldn't you say that, Mike?
I wouldn't say the last
Because
yeah,
we don't
right.
know anything about his private life, like movie stars today. Remember we were talking about that, Mike? I think like there's no movie stars you can imitate anymore. Like I used to always imitate people that were, like like Edward G. Robinson or something like that. They had movie stars.
I would say DiCaprio's up there as being a movie star as well.
Yes, he is a movie star, but you can't imitate him. You can't imitate Brad Pitt. You can't be a comic and do there's no Jack Nicholsons anymore. Even Sylvester Stallone's or something like the imitations. Everybody's kind of similar. There's no
like
fun
Ryan
people.
Gosling and Barbie. He had a very specific.
You're not going to imitate. You're not going to go on stage. I mean, this is what comics used to, if you were like me and did imitations. There's nobody to imitate. I mean, there is one guy who's been imitating.
Yeah, they're different in every movie because they're better at acting.
Yeah,
maybe, I guess, but it's I don't know. Things are just different. That's all right. Plus, when you talk about a movie star, the reason they were movie stars because you knew nothing about them. That's why the late night talk shows were so important.
To learn
because
a little bit
then,
behind the scenes.
Oh my God, Cary Grant is going to come on and talk to Johnny Carson. This is huge. I don't know anything about Cary. There's no tabloids. I mean, maybe there's tabloids, but there's no Instagram. There's nothing. So when he comes on the show, you're like, oh, I'm going to get to see him talk as himself. This is exciting. Or whoever, John Travolta back in the day. And now you have all these talk shows. They're just unnecessary. Why do we need to see that? They can do it themselves on Instagram, let alone there's too many commercials. You can't get an interview and if somebody, because everybody's applauding all the time. These shows are horrible. I don't know who's still watching Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or all these people.
Think old time fans.
What are old time fans? If you're talking about me, I watch Seinfeld at that hour, and so do most of my friends.
Yeah.
Right? I'm the person that should still be watching. So it must be people in their 70s and 80s that are still watching, and my mother's not watching. So then who the fuck is watching?
Maybe the TV is just on for comfort.
If it's on for me, I'm watching Seinfeld or The Big Bang Theory at that time. Yeah, Marcy's saying just watch the clips.
Yeah.
That's where they're getting their money
Right.
from, just YouTube's the next day or something like that. It's really weird. I mean, the only person, you're only going to get ratings if Taylor Swift is on. It's got to be somebody of that magnitude where somebody's going to tune in. And boy, is she something else, huh? That movie. You knew it was going to make a fortune.
What movie?
The movie of her concert.
She's in the new Star Wars.
Yeah, it's the new Star Wars. It's incredible,
It's just
right?
footage. It's like a documentary.
No. While she was making the,
It's just her having a meal for 2 hours. Everyone went to go see it.
Yeah, it's the concert. It's just the concert. They taped the concert. They made it a movie in a brilliant form of doing another money grab. And it is now already the highest grossing concert film of all time. Just opened Friday.
Wait, it's in theaters?
Yeah.
Oh,
my
okay.
God, is it in theaters? Everybody, every girl is going. They're singing along. You can't hear the plot. Well, that's people that come, the older people going like, I can't hear anything. What's happening? They're all singing along. They're sleeping on the floors. I don't know it's like a concert all over again. It's crazy. That's what happened at the Jets game last week with Kansas City. These 13-year-old girls were flying to see. We're going to the Jets game. Why? Because Taylor Swift's going to be in one of the boxes for her boyfriend.
Okay.
Yeah, it's weird.
He plays sports.
You didn't hear about any of that? You haven't heard about any of that?
No.
Yes, he's on the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
And they're dating. So now she
Are they
appears.
officially dating now?
I feel like it's official now.
He just wants a song.
Oh,
A
he's gonna
breakup
get
song,
one. Oh, he's
no?
getting as soon as he breaks up. Yeah, he's gonna get that song, and then people are gonna hate him. But right now, it is getting NBC so much ratings, extra ratings. Like that Jets Chiefs game got so many ratings up because Aaron Rodgers got sick, or I don't know if you know. So it should have been a shitty game, but because Taylor Swift's there, everybody's watching because they want to just cut to her. So every time the Chiefs play on national TV, they're getting ratings. I don't think she was in Minnesota last week, but if she goes. They're getting a whole new generation of fans from this. It's amazing.
From just cutting to her,
Yep.
like applauding or something.
And she's going crazy. She's in there with his mother, and she's like, now she's part of the whole family.
Yeah,
it's weird. Yeah,
I wonder how they met. Do you know?
I have no idea.
A party.
And I meet you.
How?
Yeah, I'm just
meet.
like that.
Yeah, just
Star Trek convention.
All right, Mike. Let's. What time is it? Is it?
It's 6:55.
Oh my God.
We have half an hour.
Well, you see, for me, I say that's a good show.
Yeah.
What
No
time?
more slides?
we
No, we
can
haven't.
we can still do another half hour.
Yeah, cool. All right, so let's do the football. Let's look at what happened last week.
Okay.
Let's play the thing.
Yeah.
I got. Oh, you can put on the headphones if you want to hear the music. Oh, don't worry about
Far
it.
away. this now?
They
Well,
can hear
maybe they
you.
can.
They can always hear you the whole time.
Okay,
So,
okay, so wait, let's see what happened last week. When I was in Los Angeles and Alon was hosting the show.
That's crazy.
I didn't do very well. He did really well. I think the audience did well. I sucked. My internet sucked. I'm still upset about it, Mike.
Oh, you were a guest.
That's all of us. Yeah, I did shitty. You did great. Nick did great. Marcy did great. I didn't do great this week, but Nick's still winning.
Wait, what is this?
This is our football picks. You're picking today.
Oh, I'm picking?
Yes. So that's the basic. Then look at the top. Yeah. So that's where Alon went 4-1. You went 4-1. I went 1-4.
Wait, what do you mean me? You?
Yeah, you're gonna pick football teams.
Wait, how did I do great if I didn't?
You didn't yet. You haven't picked yet. You're gonna
Okay.
do it now.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let's go to that mic if we may.
1 second.
So yes, you're going to pick You're going to pick which team is going to win.
Okay.
And-
What are my options?
You're going to see. You just relax a little bit. You know, Mike, these kids today, they don't have any patience for anything. Look, I even I went ahead. I put a little picture of you up there and everything. I was
Aw,
prepared for you to
thanks.
be here. If you didn't show up, that would have
You
been the
would've-
end of our friendship.
I know.
Well,
I'm
you know,
well
I prepared
aware.
for you today,
Thank
so I'll just I make 5 picks, and remember the people that have picked before you: Tom Papa, Craig Fitzsimmons, Sarah Silverman. They're all in alignment to what you're going to do today. You're
Oh.
part of the guest pickers.
And then somebody wins at the end?
Oh yeah, somebody wins, but they don't win anything. Yeah,
Oh,
this
what?
is. Well, so, I mean, if Mike wins, then they win something.
I'm just-
So you see a little picture of you. Nice picture.
Oh, thank you. One
You're
of my headshots.
Yes, so we're going Ravens, Lions, starting with. I just picked 5 of the most interesting games this week, and I will easily pick as my best bet the Lions, please, Mike. Mike's going to use the telestrator. Mike, I like this better than the way I did. This is much more.
fun, actually.
It's more fun, right? And he was drawing faces on him last week. It
Oh,
was really
that's
cool.
nice.
Mike, what are you going to pick?
I'm gonna go with the Lions as well because they're doing great.
So this is the Baltimore Ravens against the
Okay.
Detroit Lions.
Huh.
And you just got to pick one.
I
And it
mean-
doesn't matter if you know anything because all the people that know stuff and get paid money for knowing stuff don't know anything.
Right.
My mother keeps winning the football pool. On the
Aw.
so does Aunt Judy. Well, Aunt Judy
Yeah.
actually knows stuff.
I was going to go with lions because I like cats.
Excellent. Lions it is. It's the right move. And what is the chat room saying? I see Anonymous saying Ravens because Marcy likes the poem. We're talking about Edgar Allan Poe that time of the year. Nice.
Oh, that's
Marcy
nice.
says Lions.
Well, Marcy says the Lions.
Week late says Lions.
So we're getting 2 out of 3 at least. So
Yeah, let's just go with Lions for now.
Lions. And then we have the Los Angeles Rams at the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Los Angeles Rams. I have no problem picking the Los Angeles Rams for this. I like that bet. I think they will beat the shit out of Pittsburgh, actually. Mike?
I'm gonna go with that as well.
Yep.
The 3 points should be fine.
So the Los Angeles Rams against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams because I like animals.
Nice. See? That's the way to pick. It is the proper way to pick. It's funny how it doesn't just matter. Nobody knows anything. Every game is different. The Jets beat the Eagles last week. It was a goddamn miracle. Nobody saw
Sometimes
that
like
coming.
someone's injured though, right? And that hurts their chances.
Yes, it does. What is Liz saying? The sheep?
They're all saying Rams.
Oh, Rams. Okay, good.
Oh, Liz was saying. I think that was supposed to be Lions.
yeah, no, they're sheep.
Oh, now she's putting sheep. I'm sorry.
Marcy's saying the Chiefs. Marcy doesn't know what day it is, so I guess Marcy's
So
confused.
these games are this week?
Well, that's
Yeah.
the next.
Okay.
Game. That's the
Yeah,
next.
I know. I'm just making fun of Marcy. Yeah, they're on Sunday.
So then will I get contacted by
You'll get contacted if you do badly. People will be really angry because they go by these picks and make money.
Oh
like
yeah?
celebrity picks.
Really?
Yeah, this is a celebrity pick for you. This is the Kansas City Chiefs against the Los Angeles Chargers. That it's possible Taylor Swift could be at this game.
Hmm.
Now that's a picture of Patrick Mahomes on the left, on the right, and then Justin Herbert on the left. And they're the Super Bowl champs.
I don't see these pictures.
You don't?
This guy and this guy.
Oh wait, okay, I got it.
They're just little pictures of them. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's Patrick Mahomes, and that's just very handsome Justin Herbert. They're both
So-
handsome. So the Chiefs are favored by 5.5. I'm having trouble with this one. The Chargers are really good. You know what? The Chiefs are due to dominate somebody. You know what? I'm going to take the Chargers, Mike. I'm going to take the points.
Chargers.
What do you think?
I'm going to go with the Chiefs
Probably the best move.
because I like cultural appropriation.
What do you think? The Taylor Swift team or
Wait, what is that logo supposed to be?
it's a lightning
Mustache.
bolt?
That's what I
It's
thought,
a
but
mustache.
I like that it looks like hair. So
Yeah, it looks like an eyebrow. Everybody makes fun that says it's my eyebrows.
yours?
That's what everybody says. See, this is what he does.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
So you're gonna pick that
yeah.
one? Okay, good, perfect. And then what is everybody saying here? Or they're probably just
Oh,
saying the
sorry.
Chiefs.
Yeah, they're doing the Chiefs.
Yeah. All right, Casey all day. Miami and the Eagles. I'll tell you, after last week, I think I'm going to take the Eagles to come back. And I don't know. Tough. Miami's really good. This is the Philadelphia Eagles against the Miami Dolphins. They're both playing great. I think each of them have only lost one game. Mike's picking the Dolphins. What about you?
I'll go with Philly.
What are you making?
I just put a little body.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
he's like a chicken now.
Yeah.
All right.
There's not a lot of.
And what is everybody else playing? Oh, they're picking the Eagles?
Are they going Eagles?
Okay. And finally, on Monday night football, we have the Minnesota Vikings against the San Francisco 49ers. And the 49ers are favored by a touchdown. 49ers lost last week, and they lost a lot of players, Mike. So I am going to take the Minnesota Vikings, whatever that design is.
I just had our little body.
No, I know. I love it. What are you going to pick?
I'm going to say with the 49ers just so I can be different.
Smart. And what do you think?
You said they're doing poorly.
No, everybody. Well, Minnesota's not doing great. San Francisco's doing great, but they lost last week and they lost a lot of players.
Why? To COVID, you said?
No, because they just got injured.
Yeah,
'cause
they're on a
kept
bus.
getting
They don't know where it is.
hit.
They're lost? San Francisco. I've never been there. What's the other one?
Minnesota.
I'll go with Minnesota. I've never been there either, but
Me neither.
it's closer.
I've never been either of those. Also.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And I see 49ers mostly, Mike.
Yeah.
So that is there are our picks for week 7. Well done, Rachel.
Thank you.
Very well done. Awesome. A week late says he loves you, Mike.
Oh.
He fucking loves you. That's nice.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I think we know who that is.
Yeah, I met a week late and
Yeah.
I was in Florida.
Yeah, he's a Florida guy.
Oh, that's
Florida guy.
Ah.
All right, let's get to the slides because that's what Rachel wants to do, and I want to do it too. And next time, let's do the credits first, of course.
Yes, sir.
Here, if you want to listen to the music, I think I have it in here.
And
You did?
is it
I
the
love
same
it.
song each time?
Yeah.
It's a good choice.
Yeah, just put the little video clip. Okay, so here we go. These are people.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
sorry.
these are people in. They're doing a cranberry plunge in, I believe, Ontario. Liz. I mean, that certainly looks like a lot of fun. I just think it's kind of funny. I don't know whether I'd like to do that or not. I can't make up my mind. It's like at a vineyard.
You go under all the way?
Yeah, they're halfway in.
No, but I want them to go all the way.
So do I. I want them to swim around in there. I don't know. I can't decide whether I would like that. I don't think I'd like to get my clothing all mixed up.
Just wear something you don't like so much.
Yeah, but they're wearing nice clothing.
Yeah,
They're
because
wearing
they're being
waders, though.
They're what?
They're wearing waders, though.
Waiters?
to cover up their.
Yeah, they're not wearing that stuff to there. They're wearing that just there to walk around the water.
Oh. Yeah, but if their feet are in there, why would I want to drink that cranberry juice? Anyway, let's move on. Oh yeah, this is like a motorcycle walking. It's I think it's in Brazil and it's a drought. I think that's usually a river.
Oh,
We show
that's
pictures
so
like this all the
scary.
time. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then if you go to the next one, I think that's another drought picture, maybe in Indonesia. That bridge should be surrounded by water. It's a floating bridge. What's going on, Mike?
Trying to get that.
Oh yeah, I hate that stupid thing.
Yeah.
That happens in my class all the time. It's new.
Floating bridge.
Yeah, it's a floating bridge. So usually it's there should be water surrounding it, which is funny because if you go to the next one, there's a whole bunch of migrants being rescued in too much water. There's just
Ironic.
no way to win. Yeah.
They fell off.
We wish that no, they're just being
Having
rescued. I think they were
fun?
just floating aimlessly. It's like 175 migrants in a boat escaping from somewhere, and they're just floating aimlessly. And I guess somebody finally picked them up.
This looks like a tubing event.
Well, it looks
scene.
actually really nice. It's like it looks on a nice day, and the water's blue, but I'm sure it's miserable as hell.
Yeah.
But if you go to the next one, that looks like super fun. That is a new jet car that is all the rage now. These boats that you can get and you can rent and you can travel around. I think this is in Miami.
Well, yeah, it says Miami on.
Oh yes, it does. Right. Well, I know they also have them around Dubai as well, and that just looks like fun. But you know what it reminds me of, Mike? Of course.
A douchebag.
Well, yeah, but the Spy Who Loved Me
Yeah.
car, which
What
is
about
amazing.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. You ever see that?
We usually use Chitty Chitty Bang Bang as the reference, but this one actually goes underwater. It's like it's an overwater and underwater. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang just has a flotation device and mostly flies
Okay.
because we show it all the time.
But you do.
Yes. So good
Because
call.
there's always cars in the water.
Yeah,
Or
Yeah,
oh,
this
okay.
is the kind of slides we like to show.
Oh.
So this is the James Bond movie where his car goes under. And it just turns in. If you go to the next picture, that guess who bought this car from the Bond movie?
Taylor Swift.
No,
I gotta guess.
Thanks.
it's an excellent guess. It's somebody like who has that kind of money.
Got that kind of money. A pop star. Ariana Grande.
Not a pop star.
Okay.
Somebody who has money.
Billie Eilish.
No, a lot of money, and it's not a star.
Steve Jobs.
No, but
Ah.
now you're more on the right.
Can I just?
That guy.
Is it a man?
Of course, it's a man.
it a-
What a James Bond car. A woman's not going to buy that.
A lot of money. How did
Not
they
Billy
make?
Joel, Ange.
Oh, Elon Musk.
Yes.
Oh.
Got it right. Elon Musk. No, Ange, not Billy Joel. Although it makes sense. He does love water stuff. So that is a Tesla car. And in this car, Elon Musk is such a Bond fan like I am. There's a little Easter egg. You can click on something. If you go to the next picture, it brings up the thing from The Spy Who Loved Me, like the nautical stuff, just like in the car in the movie.
What do the buttons say?
I don't know.
Rudder, depth, RPM.
Yeah, I can't see, but you wouldn't like this because you're a woman.
Yeah,
This is not for you.
I'm trying to understand it.
I know you are, and I appreciate
I'm
that.
very,
But this
trying
is not
very
for the
hard.
women who are watching this program right now. This is just for the boys who are James Bond nerds.
Periscope.
So Periscope, right? Let's go to the next one, please. Yeah, this is the Great Wall of China, and as everyone knows, I would hate this. Man, I don't
Elon
know
showed
how,
this picture
Crowded?
last week.
what.
Elon showed this picture last
Oh,
week.
he did.
Yeah.
Ugh.
We were fixated on this lady having the time of her life.
Right? They're not. None of them's having the time of their life. This is miserable.
It's not normally this crowded, right?
This was during Golden Week. which
Right.
they're,
That's right. I don't know what that
holiday
is. Oh,
when everyone has off.
This is what the fucking Brooklyn Bridge looks like now. It's horrible. When I was first walking across it, it wasn't crowded all the time. Now it's like this. You ever walk over? Because you live in
Not
Brooklyn,
this.
right?
I usually go over the Williamsburg Bridge.
Oh,
I usually
that's
ride my
Williamsburg.
bike over there. It's wonderful.
That's the better bike path. Much better bike path, Williamsburg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to the next one, Mike, because this is what I'd rather have happen to me. Yeah. Than walk over that bridge with all those people. Oh God.
His arm has bite marks. What's going on there?
I don't know. Go to the next one.
You see
please.
that?
What is this?
Well, he probably has AIDS.
Oh, okay. Hey, he's a Chargers fan.
Maybe it's bed bugs. Oh, that's a headless guy doing the balance beam. He lost his head while he was doing the. No, I'm just kidding. He can go
It's
on.
a Photoshop moment.
I didn't Photoshop it. He's just his head is back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
His head's just back.
That's his chin.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes it look better.
Yeah.
It looks
No,
like blood
he
splattered.
did
all
really
over.
good. But Simone Biles won the whole thing as usual.
Oh, congrats to her.
Yes. So This is the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Obviously, this was maybe 2 Sundays ago. Now I love. Now, first of all, the cheerleaders are fantastic, right? They're the legendary cheerleaders. But look at that, all jumping at the same time. So precision. If you look at the next one, which was a couple years ago, look how high up they get. Look at that. That's impressive, right?
And this year they're all trans.
So
I mean, that's what they do for work.
I know, but it's very impressive to be up at the same time and that kind of height that you get, all holding hands too. I mean, that's very difficult. And this is for the 60 years of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
So they've been. It would be more impressive if they were 60 years old.
Yeah, bring the first batch out.
Well,
Exactly.
here's the first batch. Oh no, that's today. Sorry.
They
So
look
that's
very
today.
funny.
I mean, they are the most gorgeous girls maybe I've ever seen. And then if you go to the first group of girls, they all look like my mother.
Aw.
Oh, they're very
They're lovely.
beautiful women.
No, what? They're
Pretty.
disgusting. This is what the 60s were. This is why they just didn't have attractive people back then.
They all look like George Bush's wife.
Yes, they
You
did.
don't like that haircut.
No, I do not.
Okay, well, they have very
It's not
gorgeous
very
faces.
sexy. I mean, why are they? That looks like my mother. It's really different. That one looks just like me in a wig and lipstick.
The bells of the ball, Dave.
Those are big pom poms too.
Well, they had to change them so they could. They had to adjust because people weren't as thin back then. They didn't know about the health and.
Also, this was a time period when cheerleaders all thought they had to prepare lunch for the players. So
That's right.
Is that real?
Probably. What's the next one? Oh yeah, of course. This was one of my favorite movies. This was a TV movie called The Dallas Cowboy Cheerleaders in like 1979, and Jane Seymour, who's so beautiful, she's a Bond girl. She's so pretty. I'll never. This movie meant so much to me when I was a kid.
This was the cover in the 70s.
Yeah. This was the. No.
this is a modern.
No, actually, if you go to the next picture, you see this is the TV Guide cover. Jade Seymour and Bert Convy, whose music we always use at the end of our show. A little cheesecake in a beefcake world.
That's
Huh?
cute.
So it was all undercover, but it's a TV movie. If you go to the next picture, you see why everybody was watching. Oh, that's right. So that's the TV Guide. Look who's in it. Who's the guy at the bottom? Well, Lauren Tews, right? So
Bucky
that's why.
Dent.
Yeah, Bucky Dent. That's the one I wanted to show you. Yeah. Bucky Dent.
That's
For,
wild.
Is
for
that
some
an
reason.
actor? Who's
no, he's a
that?
baseball player.
Pamela Shoop.
But if you go to the next one,
So is
Lauren Tweez, or however you pronounce her name, was in it. And she was huge on the Love Boat
Yeah.
back then. So this is her.
uh-huh.
And so that's why it was also like really popular because like, wow, Julie, the Love Boat director, is going to be in this Dallas Cowboy.
So were
cheerleaders.
all those people cheerleaders?
No, they're actresses
As
pretending to be
cheerleaders?
cheerleaders.
Even the men.
It's a TV movie,
Okay.
that they just made as a, like, not a joke, but as a joke. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders were so popular that they made a TV movie about joining the Dallas like a fake movie.
But were the boys cheerleaders?
There were no boy cheerleaders.
Okay, that
That's
was my
not
question.
until, now, like, Bring It On. That's, and boys weren't. What are you talking?
Well, they were all
Boys were
together.
Football player. No, I know. Maybe there were a couple. I don't. Where did you get that? Were they in the
Well,
picture?
Yeah, go back to the
Can you
last.
go back, Mike?
Look, all those were cheerleaders on the right, right?
No. Those are probably the managers and a sports star. No, they're not cheerleaders.
Yeah, that's a
You were
player.
kidding?
No, the movie's
I
about
don't know.
Bert and Bucky pretending to be women so they can
Yeah, see, now that would have been an
escape the
interesting-
law.
But if you go to the next picture, yeah, that's her now. Yay! I'm sorry, I love showing that stuff. I can't get enough of it.
She looks like Kathleen Turner now.
Yes, she does.
I like her blouse.
Yeah, you're kind. Let's go to the next one.
This is just a ridiculous photo. I don't even know what's going on.
Well, I got the worst one I could find. That's for the gag. And then, of course, the movie was so popular they made a sequel, Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders 2, The Private Lives of the Most Gorgeous Girls in America. And that's why I like all the 1979, 1980. It's a new sound and a new squad, a new year. But will personal conflicts and behind-the-scenes pressures destroy the world's famous team? With John Davidson and Lorraine Stevens recreating her role.
Wayne Thomas. Wayne the Rock Thomas.
Oh boy. This is all we had
Did
back
you
then.
watch it?
understand?
The moment it came on.
Of course I did. Well, there was no other way to watch it back then.
There was something else on.
Yeah, you didn't. You couldn't record it.
No DVR.
No,
Like, is this what Polly played in the middle of the summer when there was only reruns?
no, it would never. No. This would be a primetime ratings
But
extravaganza.
why wasn't the second one good enough to be in theaters?
The first one wasn't in theaters.
I know, but didn't it get enough hype for the second one?
Yeah,
to,
well, that's
like,
why they made a second. Nah,
It was a budget thing. But also, like, they used to be made for TV movies.
Yeah,
It'd be a very special event.
because that's why they used the girl from the Love Boat. They would use their TV stars, like John Ritter's in a bunch of made-for-TV movies, including Richard Klein.
hmm.
You know, they would use their TV actors because it was just cheaper, and they're like, well, let's put Larry in something.
Now that's gone away.
Move on, please. Just gonna try to move on. That's
This is
dear.
part 3.
That it's mating season, which everybody hates in my sister's neighborhood. Go on.
Wait, you expand on that? Or you just-
No, I'm just saying it's
What are you
horrible that it's
talking
mating
about?
season
For
because
deer.
there's plenty of deer around, and we don't need any more mating season.
This happens in the fall.
I guess.
I thought that was like a springtime
I
thing.
mean, they
like
look
in
beautiful,
Bambi.
but they're all over my. I'm terrified to go to my car when I park it at my sister's. They're all hanging around and looking at me.
Okay, what your deer scent?
Yeah, I know. Well, I still got to.
Is that why you put on your racing stripe?
And look, this is migrants again, and they're on this train that got stuck. But look, they're trying to bring this dog aboard. If you zoom in,
Yeah.
I didn't notice it until later. Aw, in a restaurant, that migrant dog, he should be deported. That dog's a troublemaker. I mean, I just can't figure out why he's down there. Like, why are they picking him up now?
Probably this dog.
You know?
Maybe you jumped off.
Let's move on. You know, we're trying
There's
to-
everyone getting on with the train.
Yeah, and so those are artificially colored chicks, and they're in a cage in Lebanon, and it's sad and awesome at the same time because they look so cute, but it's so sad that they're artificially colored.
Oh.
And of
Yeah.
course, what does it remind me of, Mike? You got that right.
Oh.
It's not that time of the year yet.
Oh.
Do you like those?
I love them.
I can't. I think I like them. Then I eat one, and it's like these. I don't.
They had a limited chocolate pudding one, which I enjoyed very much.
I bet I would like that one actually.
Like it was a brown.
You don't eat
sheep?
them. You're too thin.
Yeah.
Yes.
I had that cookie last night.
Oh,
That was my dinner, actually. I didn't eat anything after that.
that smelled amazing. Was it good?
It was really
It was
good,
delicious?
yeah.
Yeah, I had
You
that.
should have had
last
some. Why?
night.
I would never eat a cookie with beer. I hate
Why?
when dessert comes out
Yeah.
when it's a party. It depresses me because that means the party's over. Dessert doesn't go with alcohol for me.
Okay.
I hate it. I hate it at weddings. I hate it. I only like dessert after a meal where I'm not doing anything. Well,
when
even
are
if
you
I'm
not drinking when you're like socializing and there's dessert?
I won't eat the dessert.
So when do you eat dessert?
I don't.
When you're
I only eat
When
it at
do
a
you-
restaurant.
okay.
If
You don't
I'm
have
having
like
coffee with
wine
it.
or something?
No, never. Not with dessert.
No, but with dinner.
Yeah, I'll have wine with dinner.
But then dessert is
Then I have coffee.
okay.
Yeah, that's what Marcy's saying.
Yeah, and the meal is over, and then I can go out and still party. But
Okay.
once the dessert comes out, it's like Bailey's and coffee. That sounds
Is
good.
this
Let's go to the next one, Mike, because I think we're running out of time.
Woo.
Yeah. So these are sheep that are finished grazing, and then they're being lifted out of there, I guess. But Mike, do you know why you know what I think of when I see this picture?
I don't.
You don't?
I don't.
Go to the next one. And you'd appreciate it. And of course, the next one's my favorite picture because
Wait, what were their names again? Ralph. And
Sam and Ralph.
Sam and Ralph.
But the next one's the best because they're just eating lunch together. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
sheep.
Well,
When
I always
they're
love that as a
trying to
kid.
kill each other.
this is what you were talking about. Men get in a fight and then they buy a drink for the other
It's
person.
well, I'm going to make you the co-host. I need you here every week. Yeah. Well, this was a legendary cartoon where, it's a coyote and a sheepdog.
The wolf.
Oh, is he a wolf in this?
Yeah.
Well, it's Wile E. Coyote. So
No,
that's
it's
why-
not. It's not Wile E. Coyote.
It's not?
No, he's got a red nose. It's a different animal.
I always thought he was the same character.
It's Ralph.
Okay,
Or
so
Sam.
he's a wolf,
But
and it's a sheepdog, and he's guarding the sheep. That's it. It's his job to take the sheep, and his job to get the sheep. They're friends, but at 9 o'clock they're enemies. So they clock in. That was the first picture,
Mhm.
and then they have
Yeah.
lunch, and they're good again, and then they pick up where they left off if he's like about to throw him
Take
off
the
the cliff
sheep to bring it where,
to eat it.
but they're already eating.
Well, that's his job.
that's the joke.
really
Yeah,
good.
well, girls don't understand cartoons.
Stealing sheep is his job.
Move on,
He gets
please.
paid so that he can buy lunch.
This is, of course, Fashion Week in Paris. We always show pictures like this because
Oh,
where are
lovely.
you wearing this? Where are you wearing this out? How are people getting paid to design this?
Just for the entertainment sake? No?
I don't know.
You'd look good in
I
that.
thank you. I was thinking the same thing. Move on, please, Mike. Oh, and that is this guy. And if you go to the next picture, signaling the end of Oktoberfest already. How can it be the end of Oktoberfest? It's. I mean, if you go to the next picture, it's just like this is the pumpkins are just coming out. I mean, why is the end of Oktoberfest end on the 13th?
Yeah, because it began like in the middle of September, which was weird.
It did?
I don't know how they go by.
Yeah, I don't understand either. Oktoberfest is the best. I finally got an Oktoberfest beer, everybody. I know it'll be announced on the Just Got in the City show. Been looking for it, couldn't find it. The Sam Adams one, I finally found a place. It was really annoying. I don't like to see October end. Then it's like November, it's Thanksgiving, it's Christmas, it's New Year, it's over. It goes too fast.
Yeah.
This is a great time of the year. The weather's perfect. Love it. Let's go. Yes, these are priests, bishops, and cardinals in the Vatican all celebrating Pride Day. I'm joking.
Really?
No.
Oh.
They were wearing
Really
the pink.
breast cancer awareness.
Yeah, right. They're
That's
wearing
nice
the pink.
too.
Maybe they'll do that, but they're definitely not celebrating Pride. I promise you that.
No, they just have.
That's what made it so funny.
I don't think they're even pink. I think it's just the way the lights reflect.
But Mike, the
red.
joke was that they are.
No, I'm telling her.
I
I'm letting
know.
her know.
So wait, is it not even breast cancer? Is that a second part of the joke?
Oh yeah, no, it's not even breast cancer. That's
Oh.
just what they wear when they're whatever
Yeah.
they're doing, praying. I guess.
That's their,
Let's move on,
that's just their
please.
cardinal hats.
Oh, so this guy is Swedish. This guy, he plays piano when it's hanging. This is hanging from a crane. Yeah, he plays it vertically. If you go to the next pic, I got a couple of pictures of these, like the whole thing. Like, so you can see he plays it vertically. I don't know why.
Oh.
I don't know what the reason is, but it's fascinating. You can go to the next one too. He's been doing it for years. This is what I think he did this particular week. I mean, he's hanging really high.
He does it. It's like a guy who paints with his feet because he's terrible with his hands.
Yeah, I guess.
So he can't actually play very well, but it's pretty impressive.
So
to play
yeah,
it
you
this
can
way.
go to the next one. Yeah, it's just look at all these. I mean, it's insane, right? You go to the next one too. Yeah, that's like one of the first times he did it. Like at least
Have you
Bought
seen
it in
him
an audience.
perform?
no, I think he does this in Sweden.
Huh.
What's the next one?
More of him.
Right, look at that. Look how now that's when it's close to the ground, but it's like it's kind of cool. But the fact of the matter is if you go to the next one, is like you're
Also,
not.
he's just playing the All in the Family theme over and over.
Well, I was gonna say you're nothing until you can do it like this, which is the this one. If you're playing a fucking Donald Duck costume in front of a festive crowd in Central Park, then you're the shit. You go to the next picture, you see that's in front of a serious festive goddamn crowd. That's Elton
Yeah.
John
That's
in
what I was gonna say.
1980.
Yeah. Wow.
playing. That's how you put on a show.
Hmm.
You wear that costume, you play in front of 100,000 fans in the park. He's the man. And when I say man, I mean that. That's
I get it this time. Yeah.
And that's Paul Simon dressed as a turkey on Saturday Night Live, singing "Still
Aw.
Crazy" after all these years. And this was the part where the major icons, for some reason, celebrated poultry. They
Yeah.
sing.
Was it-
People used to do that more. They would come out in a crazy costume.
It
And,
was much more fun.
yeah.
Be an entertainer. Taylor Swift has ruined it for everybody.
Like if
She
Taylor
comes out
Swift
in-
came out just as a giant turkey for Thanksgiving, she'd rule. But
Right?
that'd be great.
I mean, she comes out in great costumes, but they're not fun.
yeah.
They're not funny.
yeah, but
You know,
she's
once in
not
a while you can
funny.
have some laughs.
But
Well, neither
But
is Elton
It'd
John.
be fun. It'd be
Paul
fun.
Simon is funny. I mean, he's in Annie Hall. He's fucking funny. But I promise you that Elton John isn't that funny.
you don't think so?
He's not technically funny. Paul Simon's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Elton John's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, Paul Simon's cool too, but I'm saying Paul Simon's like funny. He's known to be like, funny.
Mm.
And let alone, you should see the opening for this when he's outside and Chevy Chase is playing the guitar. Remember? I don't know. Anyway,
It's been a while. So
sorry. And maybe that's how he got hired from Annie Hall. I don't know, because you can see this is 76. Annie Hall's in 77. Maybe Woody Allen's like, this guy's got a great sense of humor. He's amazing in that movie. Go on. It's got to be almost over. Oh, right. I'm sorry, everybody. This is the end. This is Rachel Feinstein's funeral. That happened this past week. And if you go to the next one, yeah, it's really sad. We love this. Is our friend Rachel. And I guess I just read in the news she had died. Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
Why are you saying
What? You didn't hear about that? Somebody Feinstein died, and they just had a funeral for her. I thought it was, maybe it was Diane. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's who it was. Oh, well then, you know what? Take that off. Edit that out then, I guess. I thought it was. Come on, there's nothing funny than having the.
She is about to tape a Netflix special.
Yes, she is.
Rachel, not Diane.
Rachel Feinstein, not Rachel Lenahan, is about to tape a Netflix special. That's where you got to be. Then you'll do it on your own. You know, sit through somebody else.
Yeah. Well, one day.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
You will get there.
Thank you.
You will get there. I got a lot of confidence in you. You're a very interesting act. I like that. You know, there's a lot of crap out there. A lot of people saying the same stuff. I'm one of those people. I don't have anything interesting to say. You have an interesting act. Very interesting act. I would like people to see it. Where's it going to be again?
At Caveat on the Lower East Side, January 8th at, I think, 7 p.m.
That's a good time for everybody. If you happen to be in New York, you can go see her show at 7. Then you can come here, see a show at the Comedy Cellar. It's all perfect. It's going to be great. Mike, where are you going to be this week?
Anne says, I hope she eggs your car.
Rachel.
Yeah. I will be in Texas this week, but I will be on November 10th and 11th. I will be with Dan Soder at the Laugh Out Loud in San Antonio.
Oh, cool.
And I will be doing the Rutherford shows on the 18th and 25th. Or 20. Yeah, I guess 25th.
Excellent. Excellent. I will be nowhere. I'll be partying and until I go to the Rutherford shows. I always take long breaks before I open for and have big gigs. You know, this is what I do. I'm gonna be sitting around for 2 years, and then all of a sudden I'm you know, working in Atlantic City somewhere, you know, at a big venue. It's the way it works. The way my whole career has always worked. play for 10 people at that Rutherford show.
Yeah.
And then the next week I can play for 2,000 people.
Yeah.
At, you know, we're opening for Gaffigan in the Phillies parking lot. I mean, it's so weird.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, that's so cool.
Anyway, next week we will be virtual again. The next 2 weeks, I think next week we're going to show the Paul Lynn Halloween special like we've been trying to do for years, right, Mike?
Well, for a year, yes.
Yeah, for a year. And on Billy Joel this week we have the unreleased songs wrap up. I mean, super fun times. And then we'll get back to the songs again. I would like to thank my guest, Rachel Lenahan, for coming in today.
Thank you for
looking
having
very
me.
pretty. And thank you for accompanying me last night.
Oh, it's nice.
And really being a terrific guest tonight. Also going with the football, even though you don't know it, you did everything right. And you know what? I think I'd let her back, Mike.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Who else did we say that they could co-host the show? Oh, Molly Heckerling.
Yeah.
That's the only other one, but she's never in person because she lives in Vermont.
Ah.
So welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you.
I think people like her, right? Seems like the chat room seems to like her, right?
Yeah.
Marcy's like, I can't wait to see the Paul Lynn special. Yes, exactly. Anyway, folks, that's the show. We went extra long, but we were having a good time. I guess me doing most of the talking, but still, there was a good back and forth. I'd like to think that when I play it back, which I won't. But I have to think in my head that there was a good back and forth, even though I know I was talking a lot, but I was all coffeeed up. And having a really good time being with you and my good friend Mike and all of you out in the chat room. We'll see you next time on the Comedy Cellar Nightly Show. Good night, everybody.